On this episode of In the Box, I talk about bringing your A game not only to the hobby, but to the world. And we have got the land of misfit cards coming up right now. Hi. I didn't notice you there at first. You never know when your audience is just going to sneak up on you like that. Well, I'm glad that you're here because it is episode number 13. Now, 13, often defined as an unlucky number. However, some consider it a very lucky number. But today, I think it kind of just relates a little bit, just a little bit, to today's topic. Now, not only a few days ago was I bored and just scrolling through all kinds of different posts on specific hockey card groups, and I came across one that was a bit of a gem for reading material. But it really made me think about a lot of people that are in this hobby. Now, I've been in the hobby for many years, but, since the whole social media and Facebook and all that has really elevated the hobby's game, it made it a lot easier for many of us to reach out to each other, communicate, and it's just been a game changer. Now, this one particular post asked by a user in the group, wanting a bit of feedback, if you will, because he wasn't necessarily asking for feedback per se, but we'll call it feedback, about another member. And I wouldn't say it was necessarily entertaining per se, but it really makes you open your eyes, because it was very divided in a lot of cases, where some people were saying some very positives and there was a heck of a lot of negatives. So I think the whole idea of the post was to get an idea by the person that wanted to make a deal with this other member. He kind of wanted to know if anybody else dealt with him. What was he like? What's the deal? Because, hey, I have no knowledge on it, right? And the comments were unbelievable. Some of them were pretty funny. None of them necessarily mean, but it gave a very specific, very specific image of this person in question. And the fact of how many people have encouraged, the original poster to be aware. Just know this, okay? It says a lot. It says a lot because it means a lot of people have dealt with this in particular person in question and wasn't so good. Very, from what I'm understanding, short-tempered, kind of sees himself above everyone else and a know-it-all. There was all kinds of different things being said. However, they were all pretty much the same from different people. So it really got me thinking that I've been so lucky ever since I started to be much more active on groups and just online in general regarding to the hobby and talking with other collectors. And I have been really lucky that I haven't had very many negatives. But the one thing that I have to point out, and it's not just specifically regarding this hobby, it's every day. The way you treat people, the way that you talk to people, the way that you what you bring into it is likely what you're going to get out of it, right? And from all the different comments I read of this one specific person, just is absolutely amazing how much of a downfall, not a downfall, but a negative side to the hobby that it brings. And for what? Primarily because this one particular person is primarily focused on this. However, I do know several hobbyists that are focused on just this, right? But it doesn't make them the type of people that are going to be rude and, or misleading or, want to be argumentative. So I'm absolutely just shocked by the amount of people that this person has done all those things to. The funniest part is, I think it was about maybe a year ago, I saw this member's name pop up quite a bit in a specific group, and I don't recall anything regarding the post. I don't recall, the responses or anything like that. However, what I did recall was this member was very rude, was very demeaning to the person he was responding to. And the first thought that came to my head was, I know I'll never deal with this guy. I'll never ever buy from him or anything like that. But he's not really worth seeing all these negatives, it's not worth seeing all that coming from him in a positive community. So I decided to block that person in particular. So what's kind of funny is that was the exact name that showed up when this poster posted, hey, does anybody have any feedback on this particular guy? So it was very interesting, but I didn't realize at that time how much of a negative impact that he has on this hobby. Now, not everybody shares that. There were a lot of people that were very positive about him, but if you were to kind of count each side from good to bad, the negatives outweighed much, greatly. So, anybody can be a jerk, right? Anybody can be rude. There's times that maybe it calls for it at times. Other times it doesn't. But this is a positive hobby. We're supposed to be, there for each other in a sense, where, we support each other. We help each other out with building something that we do have in common. Right? But it doesn't just go within this hobby. This is every day. This is every day. So if anything, be better. Because the better you are, the better things will come back to you. That, I'm sure. With that said, I'm not wasting any more time. Because we know that we got to get cracking on the Scott parcel. Remember those plethora of packs? They're waiting here. They're waiting right here for us to get things going. So let's get things going. So as you can see, I kind of decorated a bit of a card wall here for the background as opposed to having just a wood-like background. So call it the card wall if we will, but I didn't have much time until just before the show. I decided I'm gonna put this together, and I think it looks a lot better than it did. So I'm glad because it works. I think it really works, especially for this show. So without further ado, I got a pack already ready to go. We're gonna get things cracking right now. Scott's Parcel. I wish I had a percentage of how much is done, but I'm almost thinking we haven't even reached a 10%, the 10% range yet. I don't know what I'm trying to say exactly, but let's get things going right now. Here we are with winning combos. Got Mike Green and Nicholas Backstrom from SPX. And look at this. Cam Ward. Let me just raise this up a little bit. Cam Ward, Crease Cleaners. Got the little piece of the jersey in there. And this is numbered out of 99. Liking that. Liking that. Another UD game jersey. Michael Camilleri. I must be getting close to completing that that game jersey subset for sure. Jordan Eberle game jersey. I really like the fact that they did the die cut of the NHL shield there. That's a great idea to actually do that. Liking that. Oh, here's an oldie. I don't come across these too often. The MVP souvenirs. Oh my gosh. Mike Dunham. Yeah, that's going back, what, early 2000s? 2002 it says on the back. Yep. Don't come across those too often. I love getting those older ones because, like I said, I don't come across them very often, so it helps. It helps big time. Pekka Rinne. I think we had this same one in a previous episode as well. Slam that over there. Going back again to 2005, 2006, Keith Ballard rookie threads. Such a popular set that was back in that day, right? 2005, 2006, the rookie year of course, Crosby and Ovechkin. And a nice sticker on this one here. 2010, 2011. This card looks a little damaged. It looks like it might be smoke damaged. A little dark on the edges here. A little brown. Looks like it might be smoke damage perhaps. And that sticker is right on the card. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that. Okay. Thomas Plekanec. So yeah, I don't know what I do. I guess I can always add that to the card wall. There you go. Oh, boy. That's too bad. That's too bad. UD game jersey. Anthony Duclair. Another one of those that is going to help for sure. And actually, now that I'm looking at this one looks like it might be smoke damage too. Yeah, how's that yellowing going on? I'm sure you can see that. Don't really notice it much on the back, but unless that's how the card is, but I'm putting my doubts on that one. Justin Falk game jersey. This one's nice and clean. Oh, double diamond jersey. This is nice from 13-14 Black Diamond. Now, the cool thing with these ones that I really liked, as you can see, there's part of the emblem of the team here, right? So, of course, you had to have all 4 cards, and then it made like almost like a poster of cards, but it was only 4 cards, per team kind of thing. So obviously you'd have another one here, and then one up top here, and so you get the full emblem, and then you'd have players in each corner. So that was a pretty nifty idea. That was pretty cool. And we have, oh, look at that, numbered out of 625 from Invincible, from Pacific Trading Cards, which I mentioned in a previous episode. These, not too often do I come across those, so those are still very much needed for my collection at least. Let's grab another pack here. Looks like we got a couple of Young Guns in here. Okay, let's take a look. Kyle Clifford, Young Guns. It's a little bit of an older one right there. Ooh, now we're getting into some newer Young Guns. I think, what is this, whole pack of Young Guns? What the heck's going on here? Vernon Fiddler? It looks that way. If I'm not mistaken, these ones here from this year, which I'm trying to recall what year this was. 2003. I don't know if it's 2002, 2003, or 2003. I can't recall. Especially in the earlier years of Upper Deck, they didn't put the year like they do now, right? As many of us know, the year is always listed somewhere in the back somewhere. But these ones, it can get a little confusing because, you know, they would release Series 1, let's just say, 2001, 2002. So they would release Series 1 into, late 2001, but then Series 2 in late 2000 or early 2002. So, it was kind of confusing sometimes because the years, you'd look at the back. I know for myself, I'd look at 2002 and then you'd realize it's not 2002, 2003. It's actually 2001, 2000. It was so confusing sometimes. So regardless, my point is, I believe it was this set, but I could be wrong. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I am wrong. So I think my story is not going to make any sense if I say it. So you know what? We're just going to hold off on it. Okay, I just wasted some time there talking nothing. More Young Guns. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my gosh. This is all kinds of Young Guns in this one. Ryan Clough, Matthias Santarelli. Oh my gosh. I always liked the older Young Guns checklists. They always make them really nice. Not so much the newer ones, I find, but, a couple of years back, some of the older ones, like this one here, like they had the 3 players on it. That was pretty nice. Gustafson, Couture, and Wilson. Continuing on with our little pack here. Who's that? McElhinney. Oh my gosh, yeah, all kinds of Young Guns. Look at this. I think a lot of these, though, I already own. I'm pretty sure I already own all of these. I have all these in my collection already. Missing the odd one, I'm sure, but I think the majority of these are just going to be extras. That wasn't that's actually a pretty cool pack. Just having a bunch of rookies in it, pretty cool. Taylor Triney, pretty cool for sure. Add that right there. We're gonna keep going. This one's a bit of a smaller pack. Let's take a look and see what we've got in here. Look at that. Right off the top, we got a Jerome Iginla NHL Icons from Absolute Hockey. Wow, I don't see those very often anymore. Oh my gosh, those were pretty nifty back in the day. Black Diamond Rookie Gems. And then we got some gold medallion of Latondres. And McDonald's. Oh my gosh. And Evgeny Malkin season in review from McDonald's back in the day. These were so cool to get. I remember buying the packs. What year was this? 2007, it says. These were so cool to get these when I opened the packs from McDonald's. They're still nice cards. They're still nice cards. Martin Brodeur. And then these were neat too. These die cuts. They brought these back, of course. This is a Panini product. Elite. Yeah, Elite. What is it? Aspirations. I knew it was written somewhere. I thought it was the back, but Aspirations. And it was just basically the die cut, and it's, the border is red. They originally had these, of course, in the 90s as well. And they brought them back using the same title, of course. And just taking a quick look to see what we've got in here. I know I'm still missing a lot from that, but I couldn't tell you how much. That's the thing. Some more totally certified. Now this, it's a base card. I know sometimes Scott has talked to me in the past where he's like, sometimes they look like inserts, but you're telling me they're not. So he sent me some base cards at one point, and I was like, yeah, these are all base cards. Like, it's cool. He always makes up for it. If there's a bunch of them, he usually just replaces them. So that's pretty cool. Martin Brodeur from Premiere from the 90s, and this is the gold foil. This is 92, 93. So the only difference between this and the base card is that nifty gold foil right at the bottom there with his name on it. And collector's choice. I'm starting to get quite a bit of these, especially these Cup Quest cards, which is a subset. This one's got a bit of damage on it, but you know what? I'm not going to make a fuss about it because I don't think I have this. I'm still trying to piece this subset together. But I'm noticing more and more lately that, they're coming in. So that's great. I'm okay with that. And of course, as I mentioned in previous episodes, if it's damaged, I'll hang on to it until I can replace it. Now, I think we had a package that was probably too full, maybe, and it ripped right open. It was like this in the package, but it doesn't look like it's doesn't look like anything's damaged, really. Just looks like it tore. Okay, that's all right. It's all right. You just tried to jam pack it too much, I guess. I'm okay with that. That's okay, as long as it's good. Everything's cool. All right. So, from Timmy's, got Aaron Ekblad, got a bunch of those as well. This just looks like... No, it's not. Okay, for a second there, I was like, oh, you just sent me another base card. However, no, it is not. It's got the cut corner here. As I'm trying to get my camera to focus. Right there, it's got the cut corner. I believe it's not considered an insert. I think it's I think it might be a promo card, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember the cut corners, what it represented, but not a base card per se. What else we got? We got Sam Reinhart, Peachy Platinum Retro, checklist card. Now these I don't come across these too often. The higher numbers in O-Pee-Chee. I'm just checking out. Do you see here? That must be a printing situation there, because I'm touching it and you can see a bit of the white on there. But I'm touching it and I don't feel any bumps or anything, so I think that just might be a printing situation. Jerome McGinley, once again, 3 stars, is from an older Upper Deck subset from the early 2000s, 2003 possibly, 2004. Carrying on, Marcus Johansson, the gold scorecard. Okay. Nylander, error card, quite obviously. You look at the front, there's nothing there. No name, no manufacturer, no nothing. That's pretty cool. I'm not big on collecting error cards or anything by any means, but that is kind of neat. There are people that actually seek out error cards and, bad cut cards and things like that. And I was very intrigued one time, and I actually reached out to a gentleman that inquired about a damaged card or an error card. So I decided to message him, and I was like, I'm just curious why, right? And he just basically said it's different. It's something that's, it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it's kind of neat. It's kind of cool. I thought, yeah, hey, right? To each their own, right? It's pretty cool. Every collector has a different, insight on collecting and what they collect, and so that's pretty cool. Rob Blake from O-Pee-Chee Premier. I remember when this was the hot stuff back in the day. O-Pee-Chee Premier. I was like, my God, when I was a kid, it was like, holy jeez, those are expensive. Like, and they're not even glossed or anything. They're just like, nothing fancy at all. Then you look at, like, back when I was a kid, you had like Pro Set Platinum, and it was like, Pro Set Platinum looks so nice. Like, the logo had that chrome or that silver logo, and it was like nicely glossed, and it was like, and you got O-Pee-Chee Premier. Just plain, you know. But it was cool back in the day. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Hockey Heroes Brett Hall, the header card. Oh, my gosh. Now, I'm pretty sure I have this, but these were so difficult to obtain back in the day. I remember that. Years and years and years and years. Oh, my gosh. So this will be pretty cool, and I remember listing a bunch of those cards on Fanatic Collectibles just not that long ago. The Hockey Heroes of Brett Hall. So I'm pretty sure I have this, but if I don't, well, you can imagine where it's going to end up. And here we go, right here. So I didn't even know those were behind it. Okay, so these are the ones that I recently came across that I know I already have, so I put them on the shop. So that's pretty cool. I just got to make sure I check for that header. More gold medallion. Dominic Hasek, the Dominator. I actually like the gold medallion cards. They're a little plain. You know, the only difference is like with that gold tint in the background, really, like, well, I guess in the back as well. But it's let's just say it's a challenging set to put together, even though I think you get like one a pack or something back in those days. What year was that? This one I think is 2005, 2006. So yeah, I think you got one a pack. But I mean, the set is how big? Like few hundred, I think. So it is challenging. Has its challenges. Chris Campoli, Victory Rookie. I'm just going to grab the pack here, lift it up. Oh boy, I don't come across these too much. Stadium Club, Danny Heatley. Trying to read what it says. Is it Beam Team? Yeah, Beam Team. Oh my gosh, yeah, don't come across those too often. We got some Dixon War. These are a couple older ones from earlier 90s Upper Deck. So the Calder candidates. The Netcam. That was a pretty cool idea, the Netcam cards. And as you can tell, it's just basically pictures taken from the Netcam, quite literally. So that's the pretty cool subset of the several years that score was going. Oh, how many years did they make those? I think they 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13. I don't know. Was there a 13, 14? I can't remember now. But that was a pretty cool subset, the Netcams. We got gold, silver skates. That looks like Landeskog. Yes, Landeskog. Right there. Ryan Murphy Hot Rookies. No, I mentioned in a previous episode I am missing some of those. And this is pretty neat too. Pajot. And I can't recall where these ones come from. However, they are numbered from out of 599 copies. Yeah, I can't remember. I think some of these they gave out at the show at the expo. I'm just running a blank right now. Bowman. Talked about that previous episode. Sean Monahan, retro. We got a couple of checklists here from O-Pee-Chee. And the trophy cards, those are cool. I really liked those, the trophy cards. Those were freaking cool. Friends and season highlights, Taves. Or as some people, I try to get them to say that, especially people that don't know hockey very well. Like, say his name! Say his name! Like, Toes? Yeah, that's Toes! Don't you forget it, it's Toes! Anyways, carrying on. Pinnacle. Now here we go with another, I guess, error card, if we can. And it sucks because I know I need this card. So, Panini, be a player. Oh man, take a number is the subset, and it's off cut. Oh, that's saddening. Yet the back is perfectly fine. Now here's the even more concerning thing, right? So not only is it off cut, but if you notice, the front is Ed Belfour. You flip her, and it's Felix Potvin on the back. So that's a double whammy card right there. So usually with cards like this, unfortunately, I don't keep them because who is it? Do I keep it as Ed Belfour or as Felix Potvin? So that's the first thing, and the second thing is it's so off cut. It's so off cut. That's too bad. But that would have been a beauty of a card. Beauty of a card. So I never know what to do with those. I mean, if it was a base card, it'd be different. Just toss it in the pile of things to donate. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do about that. Got some UD portraits. Got all kinds of those. All kinds of those. Oh my gosh, and a bunch of the O-Pee-Chee Platinum. A bunch of rookies here. Never short on these. Looks like it's a lot of duplicates. So, of course, as you can imagine, those are going to make it to the site. How are we doing on time? Well, I guess we're doing all right. So we're gonna dip in. We'll see if we can get through two more here, at the very least. Claude Giroux, rookie. Victory. A couple of Victory rookies there. Rookie gems from Black Diamond. Liking the Black Diamond. I like the old Black Diamond. Now this all this new premium stuff now. It's like, oh my gosh. I'm still working on the older stuff. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is like the classic era for me. The 90s is the classic era for me. These are pretty neat. Fleer Ultra 92, 93. Ultra Import. I don't know how many of these I need, but I certainly know I need some of them. Look at that. Look at all these great freaking names. Look at Yager. Oh my gosh. Look him up today. Yeah. He's an aged man. He's an aged man. Yari Curry. Look at that. Pavel Bure. Fedorov. Oh, Hammerlick. Oh my gosh. I mentioned only the last few, but look at that. Nedved is there. Lidstrom is there. Mogilny is there. Wow. Wow, I like that. Brings me back to my childhood, those. Okay, it looks like we got some certified rookies here. Go through these real quick. Okay. So far, so good. I know we had a couple of these, but they were base cards. Oh, I remember these. The Absolute Hockey. Oh, gosh. Believe these were in packs. I'm trying to remember now. Boxing Day. Yes, at the bottom here. 2013-14. Panini Boxing Day. I remember that. I remember that. And last one of that pack. Silver Skates. Let's dip into one more, people. Must forgive me. I am a little bit tired today. Had a rough week. little tired and was up pretty late. So Yeah, my enthusiasm is not as sparkling, I guess, as usual, but we're going. We're still going. We're going at it. Zenith Hockey. Remember these. The best memory I have from Zenith was, I think I bought... I'm trying to remember if it was a pack or if it was a box. Oh my gosh, I can't remember now. However, regardless, there was a redemption in that. And the redemption at the time, I had no idea who it was. I don't know if I can't remember if the name was written on. I don't really remember, or I forgot or something. But I sent it out to get redeemed, and I totally gapped it, forgot about it. By the time I got it back, I was like shocked at the rookie it was. And, oh yeah, go figure. Go figure, Tim. Now you're going to forget who the heck it was. It's like, yeah, let's talk about this story. And then gap on the player. Oh, go figure. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's not coming to me. It's not coming to me right now. But he started in Boston. That's all I know right now. It's gonna, you know what? Once the episode's done, I'm gonna be like, that's who it was. Just, I can picture the card in my head right now. I can picture the card. It's right there, and it's I'm just gapping it. This is unbelievable. So glad this is not a live show, but even then, this is not good. Either way, I'm sure I will hopefully remember. I'm adding the hopefully because I hope that I do. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. So, Winter Warriors jersey. That's my fond memory of Zenith right there. My gosh, now it's going to bug me. It is going to bug me. Joe Nieuwendyk. Look at that. That's pretty nice. SB game used. Have quite a bit of these. I just don't know who I'm missing from that set. This guy seems to come up a lot lately, eh? Latendresse? Oh my gosh. Another jersey card of that guy. Alexei Yashin. I don't know. I didn't have high hopes for this guy. I remember he was all a big deal there back in the 90s. His rookie year, big deal. And I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah. I'm sticking to that. Kiprusoff. Oh my gosh. I don't normally come across jersey cards of Kiprusoff. That's nice. 2013-14 titanium. Nice. Milan Hajduk, or Hajduk, depends how you want to say it. Some people I remember would tell me, like, whenever Hajduk comes up and I'm going to go list them, it's like, I always get confused on his name. So I would tell them, like, well, just cut it down, right? Hedge. Duck. Hedge duck. Then just type it out, right? So these are pretty cool. The shooting stars from 2005, 2006. Mike Camilleri once again. I don't know if we had him earlier or in a previous episode, but game jersey. Not quite in his Calgary jersey at this point, but there it is. Corey Schneider from Certified Fabrics of the Game. Numbered out of 399. UD Game jersey, Tuukka Rask. Great goalie. Older titanium right here. We've got Yannick Perreault. These are pretty cool. I really like these ones. They're very high numbered, as you can see on the back, but it was a pretty nice design for its time. And ending it off with Jovanovski. The quad jersey. Well. I'm debating, do I open one more? Let's see if I can just grab just a small guy here. Yeah, who am I kidding? Scott making a package small. Yeah, that's not likely. Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna grab this sucker. Look for the smallest one. Grab one of the biggest ones. All right, let's see what we've got in here. I noticed there is a golf card right at the top. One of the first cards. So I don't know if it's gonna be a mix or what the deal is. Let's just take a look and see. So some more Metal Universe. Wait a second. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind, Matthew Wolf. I'm just trying to take a look here. The year 2021. Okay. That was, doesn't look like there's any other ones like that in there, but we'll never know until we get through it. Okay, Shining Stars. I got a plethora of these already in my collection, so I'm just going to run through these real quick. MVP Rookie, that year as well. Got a bunch of those. Canadian Heroes. I think I have this subset already. From O-Pee-Chee. Oh, I'm liking these. I'm liking these. I have a bunch of these already, but I really like these ones. These are pretty cool. These are from Stadium Club. Trying to remember the year. It's early 2000s, I can tell you that much. But there we have Yzerman. Again, classic players. Belfour. Keith Tkachuk. Fedorov. Palffy. And Amonte. Oh my god, I love those. I love those. Like that's my years of watching hockey, right, as a kid. Like, so seeing that these cards are still around, still going strong is great. Charlie Coyle. Oh boy. The Tough Times Pinnacle subset. 3 Diamond Guerin. Ryan Kessler. That's I remember when this original design came out. I think I want to say 90, is it 92, 93? I thought they were so flippin' cool. Like, they were so cool. I mean, they still are. And they did it, when they brought it back, they did the exact same thing where they had that, like, look at the back. Like, you gotta imagine this coming out in the early 90s, right? Upper Deck was fancy and all that stuff because they had their nifty little hologram, and yet Fleer was coming out with backs like this. Like, how flippin' cool is that? Right? Upper Deck was just very plain, I guess, now that I look at it. When I think about it now, it's like they were very, very plain. And then you had Fleer coming up with some pretty flippin' cool designs just the same. Moving on. Oh, this is an insert I don't come across very often. These are Gordie Howe Selects from 92-93 Upper Deck. This one's very, very clean, actually. When in the past, I have gotten some of these, but they were always in rough condition. Steve Larmer. So that's pretty nice. That's a pretty nice one. Not an easy subset to complete because I've been working on it since it released. So, all right, scratching my arm here. Sorry, guys. Own the Game from Topps. I know I have a bunch of these. I just don't know which ones I am missing. Good old Daniel Sedin right there. Great player. Some MVP. A bunch of those. These are pretty neat too. The Premier Pivot cards. I believe I listed a few of those some time ago and somebody snagged them up on the site, on the shop. Biography of a Season. What do we got here? Game Breakers from Victory. Oh, that's a subset I'm still building too. That's a pretty big one. I can't remember what it's called. NHL Regime? I think that's what it says. The print is so flippin' small. They have this like little kind of like circle right here where they put the number, and that's how you can figure out what the set is. I'm still working on that one. That I can tell you for sure. I got a nice chunk, but I'm still working on it. The UD Choice preview card. Double diamond of Murray. Jokinen and Hossa. These are base cards. I can understand how they might look like inserts, just because usually Victory, for this particular year, Victory, it was all white border. However, the second series that came out, which were the higher numbers, they added the silver border to part of the top there. So that's how you were able to decipher one from the other. So those are base cards right there. Oh my gosh, these are flippin' cool. I only have maybe like 15 of these cards. Compendium from 16, 17. I wish I had more of these. I absolutely want to get these cards. I just don't know. I don't know. I believe this was an online set, if I'm not mistaken. And then you would have to order to have them made or printed or something. I can't really remember. It's a huge set, though. Like, this card alone is number 854. But, wow. Don't come across those. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. I'm liking that. I'm really liking that. I'm putting that one aside right there. Rookie Impressions. Don't have very many of those as well. Yeah, Winter Classic cards. Exclusive to the Winter Classic. I have some of those already. Hometown Heroes. I really liked these cards with the black. Now we know how I feel about dark cards. So having the Hometown Heroes here, having the dark border, I guess, if you can put it that way, and then the city in which they're playing in, and then you had the player there. Those were really awesome cards. I really like this subset, and I think this subset lasted 3 different series of Upper Deck, I think. It's either 3 or 4, but I think it's 3. So it's a relatively big subset. Overtime. Always like getting overtime cards. SPA, Leo Komarov, and ending it off with Jaromir Jagr. Okay, peeps. We know it's that time of the show. I think we know in what direction I am going to go. I'm not intentionally meaning to rhyme, but that's how it goes sometimes. Put those off to the side. Put that off to the side. Get our little stand. That's our thing. That's our homage there to Jerk Cards, I guess we can say. And I'm gonna go with this one. I know. You're probably, what? Not a jersey card or anything? Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. Yes, I am serious. I wish I had more of this set. I really do. I'd really like to get I would love to have this set. I'm going to be honest. I like the design. It's something different. It's a new brand. It's like, and I mean, it's not particularly new. I mean, it's from 2016, 17, but I thought for the longest time it was strictly just an online thing. There were just basically digital cards is what I thought. Until I bought a small lot, and alas, there were some in it. So it's like, what? So that is the card of the episode. And there we have it. Hoping that you guys enjoyed that. Got a little bit more out of that package. Shocked by a couple of them for sure, and some very interesting ones. The error cards, the off-cut cards. Very, very interesting. It's always something different, right? It's always something different. You just never know what you're going to get. That's what I absolutely love about having mail day breaks. Just never know. Ever. So, Everyone, I want to thank you for joining me once again today. Hoping you're going to come back because we got a lot more to go. Until next time, collecting doesn't have to break the bank. So, keep building that collection, and we'll see you next time. Take care.